Hi guys, and happy Friday. I hope you're having a beautiful Friday. It's very warm here. It finally got very, very warm, and I have the back door open. I have the window in the kitchen open. Very warm. Great time yesterday at the Bowie Exhibit. I was sweating in there because I was trying to film everything that I could, even though you weren't allowed. And they tell you right in the beginning, no cameras allowed inside beyond this point, they said. And since the GoPro is only about 2 inches by 1.5, and it's a little tiny black thing, and it was dark in there, I was able to film a lot of stuff for you guys, and it was amazing. But we'll talk more about that in a little while. I did some thrifting this morning and another day this week, and then right smack in the middle of the day I had to kill 2 hours sitting and waiting for a doctor's appointment, and that is why I hate doing those things so much, because what do they make appointments for if you're going to have to wait for so long, right? So I did all of my running around and thrifting in the morning. Then I went to this ridiculous doctor's appointment and sat there for 2 hours. So when I got out of there, I was like, you know, came right home. Started messing around in the yard a little bit, getting the deck a little bit more ready, put the tablecloth on, got the umbrella back up, and because tomorrow's supposed to be another 80-degree day. It's almost 80 degrees today. So first thing that we'll talk about is a fun, very, very fun little package I got from the great DJ Trish. Sweet little letter. As always, I hit my antique mall today and found some 45 I hope you find worthy to play on the podcast Groove On. And she sent me a picture. Miss Mullins, I love this picture. I'm so excited. I love having pictures of you guys because I put them around the studio, and you know, it's like more personal. So I'm keeping that picture for sure. All right, Vaji sees something in the yard. From Trish, I got the old lamplighter and Teen X by the Browns. How fun is that? Teen X sounds so fun. It's a picture sleeve too. Then we got Silhouettes by the Herman's Hermits, backed with Walking with My Angel. Awesome. The Hughes Corporation, Rock the Boat. Fun, classic stuff. The Lion Sleeps Tonight, The Tokens. My favorite, the original version, my favorite. Absolutely love that. And this is, I can't see it. Sorry. It's, wow, I can't. I Miss You, and it's on Constellation Records. I think that's disco, and I'm not a fan of disco, as everyone who knows me knows, but I'll check that out. Alright, in the mail I got the Sinisters 4 Haunted Hits. Look how fun that is. Introduction to Terror, Zombie Waltz, Sinister Ritual, and Scorpion Bowl. Little EP on Necro Teen Records. Very, very fun. Look at that. So excited about that. And then from the great Cleopatra, I got a shipment, all kinds of fun newsletters and catalog and everything, and I got this Punk Rock Halloween, Loud, Fast, and Scary. This is going to be one of my favorite things, I'm sure. Quite sure. Really, really excited about that. Alright. The other night when I stopped in the thrift and I got this great hat, this great leather hat. It's really, really fun, and I'm digging it a lot. And I got Rogue Nation, Join Us, Brew Glass. Very, very fun. Love it so much. Today we are drinking a Smithwick's Red Ale. Smithwick's is one of my favorite brews of all. I love Smithwick's brews, and this one is the Red Ale. Really yummy. Alright. I went to the thrift this morning and I found what we're playing in the background. It's called Fright Flicks. And this has all great horror on it, from Amityville Horror, Tubular Bells, Nightmare on Elm Street, the Psycho theme, Beetlejuice theme, Time Warp, Scream, Funeral March of the Marionettes, of course the Alfred Hitchcock theme, Carrie, Jaws, Halloween, Friday the 13th. It's got all the great stuff on it. It's called Fright Flicks. That was a really fun find. Then I found two beautiful pieces of velvet in this. I found a red piece and like a muted green piece. And what I want to do with these is make dampers for the phonograph horns. And these are just perfect colors because they look like they could be, you know, antique colors, you know what I mean? So I'll be making dampers for my big phonograph horns with these pieces of velvet. I got two for 99 cents. That was great. And I got this beautiful, beautiful cup. This is such a beautiful piece. It's got a Dutch lady and girl. It's got a windmill. It's got a boat. It's just really, really fun. It has some very interesting markings on the bottom. It is by Baden. And I'm going to show you a picture of the markings right here. If you're a fan of pottery and stuff like that, you'll get into the marking. I have to look up the marking yet, but that's a Baden piece of pottery. Beautiful stuff. I also found this beautiful cross. There was one thing over the winter that didn't fare well. You know, it faded and got destroyed out on the shed. So I found this beautiful cross, pottery cross that says peace on it, and I put that right here. Okay, what else did I find today? Oh, I found Vaji's Brew Buddies in Kmart. I found his Brew Buddies. I had to get a Craftsman wrench, a special wrench, special size and type of wrench that to really, really tighten the umbrella stand. And I found his Brew Buddies, so I grabbed him some more of those. And then, also at the thrift, I found this awesome little version of Dogopoly. Look at that! Everybody loves Monopoly, and if you love dogs, this is just so fun. It looks really great. It has different dog breeds, of course, on the board, and it has dog bones and dog houses instead of hotels like Monopoly. Really, really fun. I just love that. All right. Oh, I did get one more thing in the thrift. Yes, I did. Something very, very fun for my deck. And that would be this. Made in Mexico. Beautiful piece. Look at it. It's a beautiful big thing. Everybody is embracing here. And right in the middle, I'm going to burn my incense. Perfect. Look at that. I love it so much. It's very, how do you call it? You know, crude and just awesome. It looks almost ancient, you know, it has that feel, you know what I mean. And it is, of course, the Mexican clay. I love this piece. What a fun thing to find. Let's see. In my travels, I found these fabulous little shoesies, you know, these little hangout shoes that I like to wear when I just go from here to the deck, and they look like glass slippers, and that's why I like them. So those are my glass slipper hangout deck shoes. Very, very fun. All right, yesterday we went to the Brooklyn Museum by Prospect Park. And right on here it says something about, I wanted to read it to you. Let's see if I can see it, because I'm totally blind. I'm pretty sure it said something about, here we go, photography and videography. Photography and videography are allowed so long as only existing light is used, of course, no flash. And images are for personal, non-commercial use. We sometimes have to restrict photography and videography in special exhibits. No selfie sticks allowed. I thought that was hilarious. I didn't see any selfie sticks there. While I was there at the museum, I picked up the Brooklyn Independent. Great little magazine telling you about things that are going on around Brooklyn and Manhattan. Very fun. And at the Bowie Museum, oh, so awesome. David Bowie is, and it says forever now. Isn't that beautiful? I got, of course, a pin. This was the actual image of the entire exhibit. This is what they used for the poster and everything else. So I got one of these for my hat, of course. I got a David Bowie Aladdin Sane guitar pick. I don't know if you can see that. Let me see that. There he is. So beautiful. And I'll stay up here so you can see it better. And I got this beautiful postcard of Bowie with William Burroughs. One of my favorites. And it's such a cool shape that it could easily be framed. So both of us bought these. And I wanted the orange tote bag that matches that pin, but they were sold out. I thought it would be really fun to take to the record shows. But I went online and I ordered one online, so. You could buy any of the stuff that was available online. I will say that whenever there is a special exhibit, and especially if you're in New York, the stuff is ridiculously expensive. The catalog for the show alone was $55, so some of the records were $145 each. They had a special edition of Time, 45 with a picture sleeve of Time and The Prettiest Star. They wanted $40 for this little 7-inch that was exclusive to the show. I've already seen them on eBay, so. What else was outrageously expensive? The prints were $170 a piece. I was like, wow. And the line in the gift shop was a mile long. I mean, I couldn't, I don't know. It was expensive. But anyway, the show was amazing. Seeing the costumes in person were like they were so, I was like awestruck. I just stood and stared. He was so tiny. His waist was like that. His legs were like little they were so tiny. And there were some things that really, really almost brought tears to my eyes, like the handwritten lyrics to Heroes. Heroes is one of my favorite Bowie songs of all time. And to see his handwritten lyrics was amazing. They also had the keys to his Berlin apartment. And if you see the, in the video, when you see the handwritten lyrics for Hero, right above them to the side, you'll see the keys. Unbelievable. What else really got me? Oh, the other thing that was very, very emotional was the Black Star notebooks. Oh my gosh, how beautiful. That was, you know, when you think about that's the last thing he was working on. I had it spread out in this case, and they had Black Star playing, and it was just, I can't even. They had Ziggy Stardust costumes and shoes, and they gave you headphones the minute you walked in. And as you move from area to area, the music and Bowie's narration changes to the era that you're looking at. And Bowie's oil paintings of Iggy Pop were in there. There was a whole wall of illustrations done for Bowie by Laurie Anderson. It was mind-boggling. Oh, yeah, okay, the other thing that blew me away was the, there were so many things, but the labyrinth boots, Jared's boots, and his staff, and the ball, the crystal ball You know what I mean. What he used to. If you've seen the movie, you know what I'm talking about. And the Elephant Man that he did on that he did off Broadway, the costume was there, the little diaper thing that he wore, and the actual script. My dad took me to see that when I was a teenager. We saw that off Broadway. It was in such a small theater that no matter where you sat, you could almost reach out and touch him. It was unbelievable. And so that was there. And then they had the poster of Bowie as Warhol in the movie Basquiat, and the helmet that was made by Julian Schnabel was there. It was just, oh my gosh. Just beyond, I can't even describe what it was like, but I hope you enjoyed the footage. I couldn't stay on any one thing for too long because security was at every doorway, so I was trying to capture whatever I could as sneakily as possible. And there were things that I would have loved to have lingered on with the camera, but I just couldn't do that. The rest of the museum was beautiful too. There's a lot of great stuff in it. And that bicycle, oh, I want that bicycle. It was 1946. Wasn't that outrageous? It was like the perfect color for me. And it had those big raccoon tails on it. It was just so beautiful. So many amazing things in that museum. The Rodin exhibit was there. We saw some Rodin. What else? We just walked around it, and while we were killing time, because they didn't let you in until your ticket time, and our ticket time was noon, and we got there about, I want to say, 20 to 11. So we had plenty of time to wander around and see the other stuff before the Bowie exhibit, but the Bowie exhibit was very, very crowded. Ticket hours, like ticket starts were every 15 minutes, so you can imagine how many people were in there, starting at 11. So you had, 3 ticket holder groups in there already when 12 o'clock came and we entered. We wanted to go to, we wanted to eat right around there. We wanted to eat in Brooklyn, but none of the restaurants there opened until 4 or 5, and we didn't want to hit rush hour coming home, because rush hour in New York City is brutal, where it could take us about 15 minutes to get home, 10-15 minutes. Rush hour could take you 3 hours. So it's stupid. You just wouldn't do it. So we went into Manhattan, and we were going to eat at the Trailer Park Cafe. You can look that up. It's really, really cool. So much construction in New York City that there was no parking. I'm telling you, we went in an 8-block radius, all directions. Not one parking spot to be had. So we said, frig this, we'll go back to Jersey, avoid rush hour altogether, and eat over there. So that's what we did, and it was just a great day. Really, really fun. A life highlight, absolutely, because I've been into David Bowie since I was 11 years old. When I was a little girl, I had one complete wall in my bedroom was silver, and I had a million Bowie pictures, all over that wall, pictures of Bowie. So, huge Bowie fan from way, way back, and just amazing. So yeah, they had a lot of records. They had 180 gram vinyl, way overpriced. They had big box sets, nice box sets, but they're like $400. They had a bag. I put a picture of it in the video, in the case. It's almost like his costume, that black vinyl thing that the legs go like this. It's all kind of quilted, really cool. They had a bag, like a big, I don't know what you want to call it, kind of like a tote, I guess. They had that made to look like that costume, and it was like $700. So who the hell can buy it? I mean, I fell absolutely in love with it. It had a zipper pull that was like a lightning bolt. It was out of this world, but the price was just, it's just ridiculous. They're gouging, totally gouging people. But it was such a beautiful show. I'm thrilled that I got to go, because this is where the show ends. The show went around the world. It started in England at the Victoria and Albert Museum. It is curated by the Victoria and Albert Museum as it travels. It's their show. It traveled all over, and it ends right here in Brooklyn in mid-July. So happy I got to go. And if you're anywhere near, even if you're within a few hours, it's so worth it. So worth it. You will never be in the presence of that kind of greatness. I just can't even describe what that was like for me. So anyway, I think that's it. I don't think I missed anything. Just a great weekend so far, a great 4-day weekend so far, except for the 2 hours that I had to sit and wait for the doctor. I hate that. It's like, you know, doctors make a lot of money. I guess they think that, you know, their patients could just hang out, have time to wait and wait and wait. I don't. I like to do things every minute of every day, and I felt like my time was being taken away. You know what I mean? I don't like that. But anyway, that's about it, guys. I hope you're having a magical, mystical, musical Friday. I love you all. I will talk to you very, very soon. Mwah.